I mean, it looks good for Brame, but what they're playing against kind of is going to be rough. And the way Brame played so far in this DPC tour, they don't give me this confidence that I had in the previous DPC tour when they were like, I'd say, very aggressive. They had the confidence. They had a little bit of momentum. This time around, it's completely different, so I'm a little worried. One thing I like for DGG's draft is they have a lot of things answered. What are we talking about? Okay, I'll shut up.
Let's see if they can get spot in it. They've got the slow. And they had that set up with that level 1 concoction ready to go. The Verifier's there. And there's another concoction coming his way, and they'll do it. They take him down. First blood for MNT. He'll be happy with that one, of course, playing against his fellow Greeks. A great way for him to start the game.
Great opening for DGG. I wanted to say they have Wyvern against the Beastmaster, and they also have like Alchemist that can kill the units pretty easily once he gets to his 2-3 item timings, and you also have Night Stalker with the Shard. It's also a god tier Night Stalker game. Like, I don't think Night Stalker needs to be afraid of anything other than the Beastmaster Roar, and I don't think you can expand Roar on Night Stalker in these fights. Also, one thing I really like is when Alchemist is going to be very vulnerable between like 7 to 10, 11 minutes, and this is when it's going to be nighttime. It's between 5 and 10, and you're also going to have another ulti for 30 seconds. So Night Stalker can easily defend the aggression when Brame tries to invade and kill the Alchemist in the jungle.
Yeah, we'll see how well Brame is going to be able to play around that and try to pressure the Alch, as you said. It could be very difficult this game. Top lane. They go with the concoction. Thug we'll have to skill the win run. We'll save him. But see how much pressure they can put on Pleb in the laning stage. Lodine on the Wyverns, pretty much been his best hero that we've seen from him in Division 2. Has had some great games.
Yeah, excellent performances on Wyvern so far. Like, his positioning is extremely good. A lot of the times he just goes for the Blink Dagger, so he can close the gap and set things up. This Vindranger not really doing much. Managed to block the camp, but that's about it. Lost a lot of region in this trade.
Yeah, I was trying to sort of push Lodine to the limits, but Lodine more than happy to trade. She's going to try and make a move. On to 11. Just with the level 1s here, the concoction. It's not enough damage. 11 doesn't count. In fact, Pleb's going to be taking a lot of damage on the way back out on this. He's got the Fairy Fire. And he will have another concoction. He throws it back out. Will save himself. He's under the tower. But has he got some regen coming out in the courier?
He does have a healing salve.
Okay, so he's going to be fine.
I just hit the creeps.
I like that position 5s are not using healing salves anymore. Like, when there was this transition, people were still using it, but then realized, yeah, it's really bad. It's like really bad. It's just waste of gold.
Yeah, so costly.
Like, there's sometimes, let's say you're juking inside the trees, it gives you the kill potentially, you use it on your ally, then it's fine. Other than that, it's just not worth it.
Bottom lane.
Oh, top lane as well. They're playing very aggressive on 11.
11 is falling rather low. Is Pleb, have we got any mangoes? Okay, Sol Ring's going to be on his way out next. Then we'll see Pleb be able to have a much higher uptime on his consistent harassment with the concoctions.
Once the acid spray is down as well, I mean, it's a lot of mana because he started with the concoction to be able to get the first blood. But yeah, a lot of mana overall, and they're playing again aggressive. 11 is dead.
He's got some one charges, but yeah, not nearly enough to save him. See if Thug can do anything in return. He has got the win run to continue to chase down Pleb. See if Pleb can juke this out. He's going to try his best. A power shot will get him. Thug, at least able to find the trade for them top.
Radiant's courier has been...
I think in that situation, it's much better if you die immediately. You have no regen whatsoever. The courier was coming. Had some regen, never mind. Courier was relatively close, so if he managed to juke it. Owned me, bottom lane, Night Stalker, 8 CS. Terrorblade is doing a very good job, 19-5. I'm surprised this lane went this way. Like, Night Stalker is not that bad of a laner. Like, yeah, he's much stronger during the nighttime, but he's not that bad. Like, you can harass Terrorblade, especially once you hit level 3 with the Skywrath Mage. The Terrorblade just doesn't have enough sustain, and we talked about the region, the changes that recently happened. And you have a lot of armor. Like, you have 6 armor on the Night Stalker.
Yeah, and on that top lane, you know, what's we missed?
Oh, sorry, Owen.
What we got?
Mid lane as well, because we were focused on the top lane.
Yeah.
23 CS for Puck against 15.
Is that expected or?
No, this should not happen. Like, people do pick Tiny as a counter to Puck to be able to dominate this matchup. Like, at least in terms of CS, you need to have more. Like, you also have a kill threat on Puck, not just at the early levels, but throughout the whole game. Oh, nice.
Easy
Nicely
kill.
done.
Yeah, there we go, MTD. He'll catch himself back up a little bit there, getting that kill on Thug as they battled around the rune spawn. But yeah, on this top lane, we've seen a lot of battling. Pleb not getting the most free farm here at all. You know, 12 and 5 in comparison to what the TP is getting down the bottom. Is that much of a concern if the CS is low on an Alk in the laning stage, or is it always going to be okay if he just gets that space to recover in the jungle?
They're playing the lanes. I'm not sure if there's going to be many stacks made.
No.
Also, they cannot leave Alchemist alone, so Wyvern cannot stack. So it's a little worrying. He does tend to catch up because of the Greevil's greed, but other than that, yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure, and because they were playing like very aggressive on side of DGG, the top lane, they traded a lot of region, and yeah, Pleb's not getting a lot of CS, because if you go for the kills, that means you're going to miss out some.
Pretty much, yeah, across the board, all three cores of Brame off to a hot start. First 5 minutes of the lanes. See bottom, Spartan tanking a lot of aggression from these two, and it's keeping Nubito in a very happy spot. Easy farm for the Terrorblade so far on the bottom, and yeah, the mid lane as well.
Mid lane is huge, it's massive, it's double.
Double CS here at 5 minutes in, Puck versus the Tiny.
I'm wondering what happened, because I was focused on the side lanes. I thought, you know, this is just going to be another Tiny versus Puck matchup. Tiny has 5 more CS. Maybe if he plays aggressive, could potentially make a kill. But yeah, Wish playing extremely well. This is what I was wondering when they decided to remove Wish from the roster. I was like, he looked like the best player on the team, at least for me.
He's certainly off to a hot start here. A fantastic hero as well to have impact with. Puck, one of the hot picks right now in the patch.
But in terms of net worth, yeah, Tiny does have more.
I guess that was what for the kill, and
he got that one kill and he got the assist from the start, a little bit of something, and maybe they got more bounty runes. So that's where the difference is coming from.
On bottom lane,
Radiant's middle tower is under
Spartan
attack.
should be fine as DGG careful about the dive whilst Nubito stands his ground by the tower. As you see Spartan head back to base. Look to refuel before he gets back out on the map where he needs to be. Top lane. Trying with the setup onto 11.
Dire's middle tower
But Pleb, he could be in trouble himself here. Splinter Blast, not enough to kill 11.
He's dead.
He's gone. Or
Power
is he
shot.
fucked? There we go. Shackle into the power shot. It'll do it. I mean, the top lane continues to be a bit rough for Pleb. 11. He's going to have the 6 very shortly as well. So the two of them having that setup and having the ultimate makes it a bit of a spooky lane for Pleb to return to.
Yeah, they might need MTD to be able to rotate to the top lane, but they're making the move on him on mid.
See, TP's coming in. They've got to save MTD here. And they should be able to do so with MNT turning up. In fact, they'll manage to set up for him to find some action himself. They take down Spartan. Good TP from MNT, keeping the mid safe.
Even with double damage on Puck, they were not able to get the kill on Tiny. Tiny, too tanky from the mid lane, like was not harassed enough. Let's see if Puck still wants to make a rotation. Even without a coil, for now just going to be farming the enemy jungle. It's not going to be an easy game for Puck, because he's playing into Tiny, Night Stalker, and also Skyrat Mage. Like 3 big counters. But so far, only 1 death. No deaths, never mind, I clicked on the wrong hero.
Now we'll see, going for the Witchblade into the Yules, because yeah, he'll need some sort of defensive item.
Absolutely.
It's going to be impossible to play without.
It's not the best item against the Night Stalker, because you still go down, you're silenced after using the Yule Scepter, but at least you can buy some time, you can use it on the Night Stalker, run away. So, and especially against Sky, like you need to be able to have a Dispel mechanic.
Let's see Wish, he's got Dream Core back in a second, and Thug's heading over. They could look to try and set up for a kill around it. Already the silence is there, Pleb. Gonna get caught out by the shackle. Just gonna be able to throw the concoction off in time. MTD not quite able to catch Wish with the avalanche.
Dire's top tower
But at the least they'll stop Wish from being able to look for a move around the Dream Coil. Brame, I'll turn their attention towards top instead. 11. They'll happily drop the raw. Make sure they get themselves a kill on loading. MTD is charging in at them. Look to hold the tower.
Yeah, you would expect when Tiny picks up the haste that it's going to be at least one kill. We're talking about the mid Tiny, but they lost the hero. They didn't do anything. Also, ganking Puck like that with trying to use unstable concoction on him is kind of difficult. Also, Only needs mana. Like Night Stalker needs to be able to rotate. I know it's like not what Night Stalker wants to do during the first night, but in this game where you have Alchemist as a carry, you might need to sacrifice some of your farm and be ready to TP and contribute something to the like rotations that Brame is making.
And overall, how does sort of the timings of the carry-out match up against the TB? You know, what's sort of the aim from the Alchemist? So imagine, right, you're trying to run this Terrorblade over a lot sooner than the TB wants to try and push the game to.
Yeah, you're gonna have more farm eventually. It's not so much about like the carry-to-carry matchup. If we're talking about 25-30 minutes, you should have like an item advantage, maybe even more depending how the game develops. But yeah, Terrorblade, once he gets the Scotty timing, like 1 damage item, like he tends to do well. Also having a Reflection, Radiance, which is going to be an item that Alchemist is going to buy. That's going to be an easy pick-off on Tug. This is what they need. They need to get this Tiny online. They need a Blink Dagger. So he picked up the Phase Boots and going for the Blink Dagger, going to be really, really good timing still. Like, I was a little worried.
We didn't look good on the numbers, but yeah, it really does seem that the little kills here and there, and as you say, maybe the majority of the bounty runes made all the difference. You know, MTD might not have been having the best of time hitting creeps against Wish straight up in the matchup.
It's great timing. Yeah. You have Phase Boots, Bottle.
I mean, yeah, there you go. Look at the difference on that.
Yeah, that's why.
It's a lot of money.
We were not wrong, Owen, for once.
Yeah. Yeah, the graphics backing us up this time. Thank you, production. Now let's see where MTD wants to make the first move to when he has that blink delivered out. I mean, where would you imagine DGG is going to be set to look? Are they going to try and make a move towards the TB?
I'd say if Puck shows on mid lane, this is where they're going to try to pick him off. Because you want to delay his... Puck playing from behind, it just doesn't really do that much, especially if the rest of the team, if you have like carry that doesn't join any of the fights, you have Dawnbreaker 5, which is fine, but if you don't do anything with the Solar Guardian, you do have Puck, so like using a coil into Solar Guardian is kind of guaranteed stun as well. Brame, they were also smoked, and Puck is now showing.
Loading's hovering in the trees, he'll put a stop to the smoke. They won't get any kills out of this. They'll just be able to set up to put some pressure onto the tier 1. They should be able to get the tower. Maybe not quite finding the action that they'd hoped to. You know, with the ultimates at the ready, Raw, Dream Coil, Solar Guardian as well at the availability. You know, they can look for a team fight. And they might get it brought to them though. DGG now smoking up and heading Brame's way. MTD's in with the jump. We'll see if they want to try and do anything to help 11. Will come in with the Solar Guardian. Cursed. In position to hold them two together as soon as they're in. 11 will get the roar off onto the Tiny, but he already goes down. Cold Embrace heal from Loading. It's a bit of an awkward fight now for Brame. They've lost 2. The Avalanche catches Wish. Another orb and a power shot will take MTD down. Maybe Brame can still find a bit of a cleanup. Shackle shot won't latch, but a little bit of a mini stun is all that's needed for them to take MNT down as well. So 2 for 2 there.
I want to see Night Stalker move. Like, he's been on this bottom lane throughout the whole game. I just want him to have mana. Like, bring out 2 Clarities or Clarity and the Mango. Or sit in the river as production is.
Yeah, true.
Just do this camp, sit in the river, get that extra region. Because pretty much they're playing 3 versus 5 right now. And Night Stalker's farming. At least in terms of the item build, he is going for non-greedy build. Just I think it should be BKB Shard into Blink Dagger this time around. Like, he doesn't want to get the Echo Saber. Turn that into BKB later on. Because you still do have Alchemist. Yeah, there he is. Getting in the river, getting the value. Got his feet wet for a couple of seconds.
Oh, because overall you feel that like his presence in the fights, like it's not like Only needs to wait for the BKB to be able to fight.
No, definitely not. Because a lot of like they killed Beastmaster. Yeah. He already used his abilities. So did Puck. Shackle shot was used. Like, there's an outpost to fight. You need to be able to TP there and clean up.
See if he gets involved And the next one, Pleb. Progress on the Radiance is looking good after that last bit of a battle. He has the Relic done. And has got himself now in that spot where he has that sort of decent gold lead against the Terrorblade, as he would hope to. Of course, having that Greevil's greed, he's very much in a spot that he'll be comfortable with right now. Still overall 7 for 5, less than 1k gold between the teams. And so far, only the top tier 1 being taken down by Brame. And DGG not quite able to push a tower themselves.
On me, thinking about getting the shard first.
Okay.
It's fine. Like,
Yep.
it helps you farm. And also, like, he might be thinking, I'm still playing against the Beastmaster. I am the one who's going in. It's either me or Tiny, so one of us is going to get roared. And he also saw that Beastmaster's committing.
Oh, good catch onto MTD. Was it his wish? Yeah, they'll get him there. MTD with a catch.
Because 11 did show that he has Vlad's and Helm of the Dominator, so most likely he's going to turn that into Helm of the Overlord. I mean, he can still get the Raid Pact, Night Stalker.
See if he's going to be able to walk out from this one. Loading's in with a curse. And that will not only save him,
Oh, thanks, DB.
but get the kill onto Thug. We'll see elsewhere. MTD was able to get him with the combo again. He took down Spartan in the river with that DD rune. So starting to pick up the kills now, DGG, 10 to 5.
And now it's nighttime for 5 minutes. Night Stalker is bringing out that shard, so he's going to have mana and HP that he needs to start putting more pressure. There's still a tier 1 tower that they did not take. It was a really good curse. Like Lodin, we talked about his positioning, his plays on the Wyvern, and it really shows.
Yeah, already starting to see a glimpse of what it feels like we can expect to continue to witness here from Lodin. I've seen it many times before. That's the reason why they will happily grab that Wyvern early in the draft, pretty much every time. And a great lineup to try and use that curse to use some of Brame's strengths against one another. These curses will be deadly.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I think Beastmaster needs to change his item build, get the raid back with this Vlad's.
See them try and drop the Dream Coil for Own Me. Be able to control him a little bit with the Gale Force into the Roar, but they actually have the damage. I mean, the rest of DGG's now moving in. The Mystic Flare dropped straight out on a Wish. 11's gone as well. They put a lot of attention into trying to deal with the Night Stalker, but Own Me, I mean, he's still at about a third HP. Doesn't come even close to dying.
They try to kill him, but yeah, the shard coming in clutch with that play, eating back a lot of HP.
Radiant's middle tower.
They're just going to keep losing these fights. Right now, DGG is super strong. Pleb wants to be able to join these fights with the Radiance. He's super tanky. He does have a follow-up from Wyvern, but we're talking about the Cold Embrace or a Winter's Curse. And MTD, he's hunting one more time.
And up top, they're hunting as well. They're making sort of split moves here towards both the show on the map. Own Me poking around with Nubito, but the respawns are coming in, so they won't die for tier 1. Very much keeping the pressure onto the Terrorblade, trying to make sure that Nubito struggles to find the areas to farm in.
Okay, 11 did change his item build after seeing the shard from Night Stalker. I mean, you need to think about that before. Like, you see the Night Stalker pick, you need to start thinking about what your itemization is going to look like, because you just straight up feed the gold. And now going for the Raid Pact.
Oh, so this is a pretty good timing from MNT right on the Atos.
Under attack.
Yeah, because he didn't invest into like these small items. He does have like only one null talisman. Yesterday there was a game where Skyrat bought 3 nulls and then it delays your other items. So having Rod of Atos is going to be a great setup for people like Puck and also Vindranger. Like even Terrorblade, he does have Mantis Style to dispel it, but pretty early on, I would say.
See what Brame can find next. The last few fights been rough for them. I mean, Brame, how sort of aggressive do they need to be? Do they have to try and bring these fights towards DGG? Can they sort of sit back and just play full defensive around the Terrorblade?
I think they need to start making some moves around the map. Like, the difference between Alchemist and Terrorblade is only going to keep increasing. And Terrorblade, like, he does have Mantis Style, that's his only item. He's still very easily bursted by what we're talking about. This tiny Skyrat Mage combo. They caught the Puck, but there's no follow-up.
At least Loading was able to put a stop to the attempt from Wish to initiate. And now the turnaround comes into play. That's the 3 of them gone. Again, Brame trying to make these moves. But DGG very much prepared in their numbers. And Brame, that's going to be another lost team fight. And the lead only continuing to just shoot up here for DGG now. 6k advantage. Pleb, you got the Blink Dagger done, and he's already well on the way to having the BKB.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Way too many silences. Like, this is something that Panel talked about. Like, this curse on Puck, just buying a little bit of time, putting Vish out of position, and Pleb gets a really good jump from the Alchemist. Like, they try to make something happen, but these long duration silences from the Night Stalker and Skyrat Mage are just too powerful at the moment for them to deal with.
Well, she top Spartan. All by a bit of safety for Nubito with the Solar Guardian, but they're still, DGG, they're heading straight for them. Brame, they've got to be prepared to take this fight. As MTD, he's committing onwards towards Spartan. Spartan will fall into the Splinter Blast of loading. They get the Dream Coil out of the two of them, loading, giving some protection here to MTD with a Cold Embrace. Pleb is ready to charge in with a Concoction, but MTD will fall. They get the jump on 11. Mystic Flare and the Concoction will bring him down low. Pleb ready to chase him out to finish off the job. Over in the side, Owned Me, caught by the Shackle, but he's still got backup. DGG, they're ready to keep moving on. Wish hide himself with a phase shift, turn back around with the orb, but won't want to commit back in on this one. I should say that he has jumped over them.
Night Stalker's going to have a silence. This is a good setup.
There's a bit of an awkward move there.
Oh, great Shackle.
That's going to buy some chance maybe for Wish to get out. It might have just saved him, actually. Orb's back up, he's off to the side, but Own Me perfectly in position himself with his own blink. Knows where Wish is going to be headed, jumps over, takes him down. Won't initially be able to find Thug with a Concoction. So Thug will be fortunate enough to escape, but another fight where once more Brame struggle to sort of pull things together. And DGG just getting further behind.
Oh, a little bit of a head scratch there, not looking good. Night Stalker managed to, I believe, solo kill the Terrorblade, because he went on top of him, and when he was about to use Thunder, he silenced him on the side while the rest of the team was fighting. The only pretty much big loss that they suffered was losing MTD, but MTD is doing a very good job playing, this mid-tiny that knows that potentially he's gonna die going in. They try to save him with the curse, with the Cold Embrace. Didn't happen, but the difference just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Alchemist right now, 6,000 net worth more than TB.
Yes, bounty. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Brame, they will keep the aggression coming, despite finding the struggles to take a successful team fight. They're out again with the smoke, but it's been scanned. DGG, they know exactly what's heading their way. They should be able to prepare for this once more. It's Brame. I think they noticed that they're not going to get that opening that they hoped for with the smoke.
They know something is up. Could they please check the damage done by heroes? I want to see Terrorblade's damage. I feel like he has not contributed anything. Probably has the lowest hero damage. Yeah, lowest hero damage on the team in the whole game. Yeah, I want to see him like just go in and do that. Maybe he's a bit too afraid because he's playing into Skyrat Mage and Night Stalker, and his next item is going to be BKB to be able to protect himself.
It is a lot of magical. Huge amounts of burst coming out from DGG. Own Me will have his own BKB ready for the next fight. Just a few hundred gold away. 10k lead, 20-7. Even in these fights where they have the Solar Guardian, it's just not quite been enough to protect their cause that DGG are able to get the jump on. Pleb himself working on the Lincolns. And no longer will that Roar be of a threat to him. Bottom lane MNC getting himself a nice, easy catch there.
He just finished the Force Staff, so next time around, we'll be able to force people out of the trouble, force people out of the silences, and also the combo from the Skyrat Mage. Big timing. Night Stalker will be picking up the BKB in the next minute, and Alchemist, you mentioned this Lincoln Sphere, so it doesn't have to care about the Shackle, the Roar, or the Thunder. That's going to be the big timing, and I expect DGG to go in and try to make something happen again. Potentially turn that into Roche. Radiant, they're using a scan. It connects, but nothing happened. It's one of those scans like, oh, let's see. Let's play this bingo, see if we can guess it right. Yeah, you got 5 points for guessing, but that's it.
Oh, well, you feel that information just doesn't do anything for them?
It's pretty useless, yeah.
I know, try and group up to enter into that area, but quite some time since they were able to confirm that someone was around.
You can send TB Illusion in that area, see if they're there. Maybe they were afraid that they are smoked, potentially. But then you can position yourself in the trees, try to break the smoke with the hero like a Wind Ranger.
They'll attempt to put some pressure on the top tier 2.
And there's the smoke that we mentioned for DGG. They have these items, good synchronization. Tiny has a BKB, and he's ready to go.
It's going to be a quick catch onto the puck. He's gone. Control as well over towards Thug. Thug will try and retreat. Pleb, he's jumping in. He was looking for more, but he'll settle for Thug. Turns, drops the concoction.
It's time for Roche. Like, exactly what we expected. Just to be able to get the pick off or two near the Roche pit, and they do have more than enough damage. With also the minus armor, Night Stalker, when he uses ulti, he has plus 300 damage pretty much, 300 plus. Alchemist just does not care about Terrorblade at all. He's like, Reflection? I'm gonna build Radiance and AC. What are you gonna do about it?
Certainly seems that way. Pleb feeling pretty confident right now. I mean, he's got the money to show off. Level 20 as well. Definitely feels like he's going to be hitting that timing, and as you say, without a doubt, a sort of 25 to 30 minute period where he will be 2 full items ahead of the Terrorblade almost. See what Brame's next move is going to be. They have got the BKB on Nubito, so they can look to try and force a fight where Nubito may have a chance to stand his ground and actually dish out physical damage with the Metamorphosis.
It's gonna be difficult. Like, they have save with the Force Staff with the potentially Gale.
This wouldn't be a bad catch, MTD. See if they can do this. Doesn't look like they can.
Oh,
clean
connects
this.
on 2.
That's a very nice stun indeed. Thug and 11 both being brought up. We'll see the Solar Guardian come in. Stun will catch Pleb, but Pleb, he's got a lot of backup. The curse is there. Straight down onto the TB. Pleb's going to have a concoction ready to go afterwards. Mystic Flare dropped down as well. Nubito's out of the game. 11 and Spartan, they've got to run as they're falling so low. MTD's ready to dive tier 2s. He's running past the tower, looking to finish up these kills. Off to the side, they will take Pleb down the once. 11, he's going for the TP out. He'll actually make it out alive. But Wish and Thug has both been left behind. Thug will manage to force away. DGG, they'll look to focus down Wish, but with the orb out, Wish will save himself. So all things considered, I mean, they get 2 kills in return. It is just the support that Brame were able to take away for DGG, but losing their Terrorblade, Nubito going down.
I mean, they got 2 kills and Aegis, which is not that bad, considering that Terrorblade, again, dealt 0 damage in that fight. Like, he didn't do anything.
Didn't get to use his BKB at all.
No
I think
BKB,
it was pretty much
no
the
Manta Style, gets cursed and gets deleted immediately after that.
Yeah. Cursed into the concoction, I think pretty much just kept him chained stand out. The Avalanche as well. Didn't have a chance to pop BKB, and that was the fight where he's looking to get involved and looking to use it. See, back in action. Attempt onto MTD, but he's happy to put the BKB himself, turn and take down Thug.
Night Stalker's causing a lot of issues. Now picking up the gem as well. Someone bought it for him, I believe, or did he buy it himself? Oh. Gonna get rid of the Hawk, gonna get rid of the Vision, and then it's just gonna map's gonna be smaller for Terrorblade. At least he does have his illusions to be able to push out the waves. But yeah, in terms of level, he is very under-leveled. That does happen with the illusion-based carries, where they are not close to the fight, they're not close to the creep waves, but they are getting a lot of gold. So he's level 17 right now, 18, and Alchemist is level 22.
Damn, it's getting messy here. 19k lead, DGG looking very good in this game 1. And we saw, Pleb as well, he's got the Orchid going for that Bloodthorn, so he's got an extra bit of silence and control himself. Bit of an extra way to amp up any target that gets focused down as well by the curse from loading.
It's a good combo, just to be able to delete people immediately, and he's gonna have that pretty soon. Like, you need minute and a half of free farm on Alchemist to get it.
How's Nubito doing after the BKB? He's trying to get his Skadi done, but...
Trying.
Yeah, it may not be there even for the next fight if DGG come running at them soon. Getting harder and harder for Nubito to find these safe spots on the map to head out into. Especially with DGG starting to take over the triangle of Brame as well now. Got the shackle onto MTD. They're going to try and poke at him, but only Ready to jump the back lines. Curse is there, but the BKB this time was already out for Nobita, so he could continue to ignore it and look to chase that MTD, but he needs one final hit, and he's not able to get it. MTD is able to pull himself out of range and blink out.
Lodin, very patient with the Cold Embrace. Like, he did not want to use it, otherwise it might be the death of Tiny. A lot of players, I believe, would pop it there because panic mode is on, but... Oh, good dodge.
Still got some timing left here with the Metamorphosis from Nobita. And trying to make work of it here, going for Pleb. And Pleb, he'll opt to put the BKB and retreat. Don't have any further lockdown, the outcall will be fine.
I think Terrorblade did more damage in these last 30 seconds than he did in the whole game so far.
On me. He also commits with the BKB, but not quite getting the catch that he'd be happy with. He has to hold back.
Oh yeah, look at his damage skyrocket.
And nobody dies there.
BKBs are on cooldown. Tiny does not have it for 20 seconds, 70 seconds for Night Stalker. They're still gonna smoke.
I mean, I guess with the lead that DGG have, they know if they're lacking BKBs and Brame's lacking BKBs, it will still mean that DGG are the stronger ones in the team fight right now with this advantage. See who they can find. Thug, not to be the biggest catch, but will be the one they settle for.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Instantly deleting the Wind Ranger.
My apologies.
I don't think so.
Terrorblade is trying to cut the waves, trying to stall the game as much as he can. Like, right now it's 20,000 gold lead to the classic Alchemist game. A lot of that net worth is centered around him. But, yeah, I mean, Terrorblade still dishes out serious amount of damage. Like, once he gets that Scotty timing, slowing both Tiny and Alchemist, also reducing the healing, is going to be pretty big. And then, like, he's going to get the Crystallis. Eventually, maybe even full Daedalus, you're gonna start to feel the right clicks from TB.
Getting him out the time as well. Just trying to
Get that level 20, get that Conjure Image duration so you can be more efficient out on the map, stall the game.
And they're slowing it down a little bit. If anything, is definitely giving Nobita a bit of a hope, bit of a chance. Big item still round the corner though for DGG. Own me. Nullify it. Will be done in about 1,000 gold. MTD also close to having the AC complete for the lineup.
They swapped the items a bit because we mentioned Alchemist going for the Bloodthorn to be able to synchronize nicely with the Winter's Curse, and yeah, just Tiny with the AC also works really well. Tiny's super farmed. Like, Tiny has 16,000. He has more farm than TV, which is pretty insane.
Let's see Brame. Another smoke, another attempt to try and fight their way back into this one. Spartan not able to put a stop to it in time. Not wanting to use the curse. They want to save that for the bigger plays, for the team fight. They might just find here, and there it is, loading. Immediately jumps in. Curse will cause the deletion of Thug. Nobita now has to put the BKB. Pleb will put the BKB himself as well. Look to charge straight down onto 11. There'll be a buyback from Thug. 11's already
spider
gone.
legs.
Now the BKB's running out. It's a bit difficult of a fight now, maybe for Nobita to step back into. He's going to try. He's getting back in on this, but Pleb not taking too much damage at all. Cold Embrace as well is going to be able to protect the little physical that is coming through onto him. And so he's going to be fine. And now DGG, they can look to just chase down more. Pleb's in with a jump. Concoction over to Nobita. Own me, Pleb and MTD straight on top of the Terrorblade. Triple kill.
Perfect execution from DGG. Like, they go in, they know that they don't need to kill Terrorblade. And Lodin, once again, is starting the fight, getting a good curse off, deleting one hero immediately, forces a buyback. So again, it's 5 versus 5, and then they just deal with the rest, kill Terrorblade in the end. That's exactly what you need to do.
And now, without doubt, DGG should be in position to push for the base. 25 on the Alchemist. 40 seconds, no Nobita, 30 without Thug. Only having his nullifier done. Very much in a spot and with heroes to be able to dive the base as well if DGG want to go. So Brame, they've got to be so careful with how they position here. That's the fortification down. DGG, no signs of stopping with a push. They're sticking around. They'll take this mid set of racks and go straight down towards the bottom. In fact, MTD, see if he can get a bit of a kill. Not quite enough damage with the combo to take Spartan down. Wish will drop the coil. There won't be much more after that. Cold Embrace again from Loading. Being a stop to any initial magical follow-up on MTD.
That Lincoln's play stopped the roar. Perfect timing.
And BKB's back up. So MTD's able to get a pleb. He slides back in. He'll jump forward. He'll get the stun out of the two of them. That's Thug and 11 gone.
This is the second or third time I see two people getting stunned by Concoction in these fights. They just group around and yeah, Pleb is going ham. Like has that chemical rage move speed, level 25 talent, and also does have spider legs on top of that. So pretty easy to kite, pretty easy to just juke people, and they will call it.
They will, understandably so there. DGG with quite the lead, and it very much felt that after a